let's do this. As you can see, I'm not on my trusty Triumph Speed Twin, but I went out and I did it. I bought an adventure bike, and it's not a KLX 250 or a CB 500X as I was considering, but I found this really nice beauty. She's 30 years young. She still purrs like a young kitty. It's the Yamaha Super Tenere 750. And you might think why I chose this bike. Well, I've always been in love with these old style Dakar style bikes. Yeah, that's a sentence. Like the old Africa Twin and the old Super Teneres. I just love the style of them and the simplicity too. You can actually take them around the world, do a whole Dakar with them, and because of the lack of electronics, very easy to maintain, very easy to work on. Just two carburetors and that's it basically. No ABS, no traction control, no cruise control, no fancy stuff. So yeah, and my plan is to take it on a couple of longer trips too, so the less that can go wrong, the better. But yeah, I was pretty lucky to find this bike actually, and it came with a lot of extras too. Has K&N air filters, EBC brake lines and clutch line. Came with a luggage rack. It even came with a spare tank. I don't know where I'm gonna put that one. It came with tons of auxiliary lights on them. I already took those off actually because it made the bike really wide. Might put some other ones on in the future, but I'm not sure about that. I'm not really planning on riding it in the dark out in the sticks anyway, and I think the stock headlights should be bright enough for that. It also has a Scott oiler with this nice LCD screen. It has the Arrow Dakar exhaust, and I think all the nice goodies that came with it is almost the same as the price that I paid for it. I paid about 3,000 US dollars for it, which is not too bad. It has all its papers, so it's a legal bike, which is what I wanted because I want to cross some borders with it too, and if you buy a bike without papers you can't cross any borders. But yeah, she needs a bit of work, mainly aesthetically because the engine is pretty sound. Already replaced, the first thing I did was replace the oil and the coolant, because you never know how long it's been in there before. Replaced the spark plugs because it wasn't starting very smoothly, and now with replacing the spark plugs it just starts up without any problems. I'm gonna change the brake pads, they're on order. Put some new fuel hoses on there, because also you don't know how long the current ones have been on there, and yeah, don't want to get too many issues with that. Um, what else was there? Yeah, I ordered new air filters because the KNNs that are in here, one of them is cracked, so it's better to replace them with new ones. Um, it has a complete crash cage in the front, and I'm thinking to replacing all the fairings and fairing bolts later on, because yeah, all the fairings are held on with 7 different types of bolts, so I don't think they are original. um, yeah, as you can see, it's not really a city bike, but yeah, it does well. It's got 70 horsepower. Well, originally, I don't know how many are still left, because you know a bike loses a bit of horses over the years, but maybe I'll put it on a small dyno just to see how much power is still left. The only thing I don't like about this bike is it doesn't have a fuel light. I don't mind about the fuel gauge, but it doesn't have a fuel light either, so you need to keep an eye on your trip meter to see how far you've gone, and apparently a full tank gives you about 450 kilometers, which is quite nice, but it's a 26-liter tank, so it's quite big. Hello. Um, yeah, I'm gonna replace the fairings and make them a bit in the left-hand custom style, so you'll have to wait and see for that, but yeah, I'll make a video about that. And yeah, it has this aftermarket windscreen from MRA from Germany, which is quite nice. It's bigger, taller than the stock one, so yeah, quite happy with my purchase. Well, I think that's about it for this bike at the moment, so see you in the next video.